Do you ever just look at someone and wonder, what the f? That's exactly how I felt since day one about Haley Welsh, aka the Tuah girl. Yep, today's the day. I'm finally making slop. So gather around, folks, cause I'm about to fill your plates with an assortment of bullshit that no one should really care about, that I've gathered from a bunch of different sources and glued together like a 90s anonymous letter. Cause if I've learned one thing from my time on the internet, it's that shit floats. And what better example of that than Mrs. Tuah? To the few of you fortunate enough to still not know who that is, well, first of all, you have my respect. And second of all, I'm truly and deeply sorry for introducing you. Tuah Girl is a random bozo who went giga viral from a street interview about a year or so ago.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk to and spit on that thing, you get me?
It was funny for like 3 days and then the meme died and everyone went home. Is what I would say if the world made any sense anymore. The fact that she's still relevant at all to this day, let alone thriving, is proof that God has left the chat a long time ago and we are all absolutely cooked as a species. Like, her whole shtick is spitting on penises, essentially, which I get is funny. I won't pretend to have a mature sense of humor. Half of my videos are the cum meme. But this shit got old real fast. It's just not funny.
But that's alright.
Humor is subjective, after all. What is not fine, however, is how Miss Spittin' Dickinson has been trying every get-rich scheme known to man and shamelessly milking her 5 minutes of fame until the whole damn tit fell off. And she's still not letting it go as it lays on the cold ground, writhing in pain from all the sucking she's done to it. Haley Welsh, more like Haley Milk, the way she's still milking the bit is utterly insane. But even though she may lack honor, she will never lack those. Okay, that's all the milk jokes I could come up with.
He needs some milk!
Anyway, her misadventures started innocent enough with a low-effort merch drop that came just days after the clip went viral. And while this shit is ass in my own personal opinion, I wouldn't be caught dead wearing this. Literally would rather go butt-ass naked than have this on. If Jigsaw put me in a contraption and told me to spit on a thing to trigger a mechanism that puts one of those shirts on me and sets me free, I would tell the motherfucker to just come and hawk me to a death with an axe, cause that's just not happening, brother. But a lot of people seem to disagree with me, cause it sold like crazy and made her a shit ton of money in very little time. But that's fine, I get it. Grab the bag while it's still hot. And although I personally would at least try to put some more effort into my merch if I had 5 minutes of fame to capitalize on, this is all still good. After that, she made a podcast called Talk Tuah.
Funniest shit I've ever seen.
Which is a bit cringe, especially that at this point, anyone who has more than 2 followers has a podcast. But again, it's whatever. The piggies eat the slop and nobody's complaining. Except me, cause like, I'm a special type of piggy. Then things started to get not so innocent. Seeing her 2 previous slop troughs were absolutely slurped up by the piggies of the internet whose hunger for slop only grows the more you feed them, Mrs. Spittinson decided to start her own crypto shitcoin and officially kick off her villain arc with a bang.
And here we go.
Now, I'm not the best guy to talk to about crypto shit. I'm the equivalent of a Victorian child when it comes to that shit. Just covered in sand instead of soot because we don't even have chimneys in Egypt. But we do have lots of sand. But YouTube's resident caffeine kaiju, aka Coffeezilla, that's a really good joke by the way, made a great video showcasing just how shitty and shady she and her crew were about it.
What Coffeezilla?
This is one of the most miserable, horrible launches I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, then why the fuck are you on?
Profiting from the rug pull, I think it's relevant.
We didn't pull a rug. I don't know what you're trying to say. It's not true. Yeah, that's defamation.
Doc,
You're saying
do
Coffeezilla.
the math. Do the math.
Defamation. You're saying that we pulled a rug. There was no rug pull.
3%.
You're defaming our character.
Are you not gonna let me talk? You just talk over me. You talk over me.
I'm hearing bullshit.
And concluded that it was a literal scam. His words, not mine.
Of what I believe to be a scam.
But even to a complete caveman such as myself, it's not that hard to tell she's a scumbag just by the way she handled the whole situation.
There's an actual, like,
Hey
source
guys,
of income.
I hate to interrupt you, Nick. Well, hello there. But
Yeah.
anywho, I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
For talking over here.
Can you imagine being asked questions about a scam, and in the middle of the questioning you go, oh, yeah, I think I'm gonna hit the bed.
And honestly, at this point, you have to be completely brain dead to trust an influencer shelling crypto to you. Like you have to be an absolute goober, like a full-on goofball. It just never goes well. It never has.
She is actually making a lot of money off of this, and I do actually think that's a problem. I think this whole situation is terrible, and she should feel bad. I hope she does.
And while I've run out of milk jokes, she has definitely not run out of ways to milk her overnight fame to this very day. The latest addition to her museum of degeneracy and fuckery is a dating app.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
Yup. The bottom of the barrel is so far above her now, she dug a hole through the barrel and is already halfway through the Earth's mantle to China. The app is called Pookie Dating App or some dumb shit like that, and apparently it is free to download but asks you for money to use it once you actually downloaded it.
The app was free to download, but now that I'm actually here, we can either subscribe weekly for $4.99 or we can get the annual subscription, which is only $40 a year, and it's 85% off.
And as someone who's saving every penny he can to escape conscription in a third world shithole, which you can help me with, by the way, by buying me a coffee through the link in the description or using the super thanks feature here on YouTube, I am not about to give out a single penny to that trailer trash. But do not despair, for a gentle and sweet soul that goes by the name of Chad has made a hilarious and informative video on this app, which was actually the inspiration for me to bring you this fine serving of slop on this day. The app is useless, obviously, but it's not just useless, because it's also a scam in a way.
All the tools are AI. She's not doing anything. She can't take credit for AI generated responses. She's not the one giving the cheat code. Basically, every tool is information that can be found somewhere else, like IRL pickup lines, find my love language, how to talk to girls. The only way this app is somewhat relevant to Haley is thanks to them having Tuah themed versions of the same tools they already have in the app. For example, there's a tool called Text Responder, and there's a tool called Text Tuah, which does the exact same thing, but Haley's picture is on that one.
In her video, Chad found that the app is basically an exact copy of another already existing app, but with more cringe and a higher price tag.
So I did a little digging and found out that the developer of the Pookie app also developed this app called Ultimate AI. Maybe this app had a soccer skills tool and it somehow accidentally ended up on the Pookie app. So I downloaded and paid for the Ultimate AI app, and it did have the soccer skills tool, as well as literally every tool from the Pookie app. This app is literally that app, but for less money and with less Haley.
So there is literally no logical reason to use her app, or the other one for that matter, because both are ass and less useful than man boobs. But if you must, at least get the cheaper copy and don't give her money. Chad is infinitely more based and funnier than Mrs. Cockspitter, so go watch her full video after this to see how truly garbage and scummy this whole endeavor is. Or honestly, just go read a book or play a game. Like, you've already spent too much time on someone who is famous for spinning on cocks. Like, do something actually good for yourself. As a treat. You've earned it, buddy. Now this is the part where I tell you I don't usually talk about internet drama, and the only reason I'm talking about this is because I am absolutely dumbfounded and left speechless by how shameless she has become, essentially setting a new low for how trash influencers can be, a feat that many have thought impossible considering that the Paul brothers exist. That part is over now. I also just, really don't like that shit. I don't get how she blew up this much in the first place, and why people keep falling for her schemes one after the other. And somehow there seems to be no real consequences for her. Like, how many things have to be spat on before people realize she's a con artist? And not even a good one at that. And trust me, I'm not being biased or a hater when I say any of this. If anything, I should be biased towards her, not against her. I've always been a sucker for southern shenanigans altogether, and on top of all that, I've dated an American country girl, and it altered my brain chemistry irreversibly, forever. You know that virus people say cats carry that makes you want to get more cats in order to help their species spread? This virus ain't got shit on country girliosis. That shit gets in your head and you're never the same ever again. Like, it alters your very DNA. So anyway, yeah, Hailey sucks. Please stop giving her your hard-earned money. It would be hilarious if I said give it to me instead right now, but that could potentially make me look bad. So instead I'm being a coy little shit and presenting it through this fourth wall breaking bit so that you can't be mad at me for it. See you later there. That is how you act shameless, with style, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta be subtle with it. Now like and subscribe, feed my caffeine addiction, and if any country girls wanna be my Pookie to show that this wench does not represent you, I'm free on Wednesday night. Or actually any girls for that matter, like this creature is an embarrassment to all of womankind, not just country girls. Oh, and join the Discord so we can spit on all the things together. Not a single word from this video is in the Bible. I see why God left us.